Hi there, welcome to Sports Nuts, the sports conspiracy podcast. I'm not Johnny Rash, I'm Joey Capone.
I'm Dante Toro.
And I am Johnny Rash. So we have a little bit different order today, and there's a reason for that.
Why is that, Johnny?
It's a hockey episode.
It sure is. Welcome to a hockey episode.
Welcome to the hockey episode. Which is my camera? I guess this is my camera
That's
now.
your camera now.
Hi, camera. It's a hockey episode, and, you know, me not being the hockey expert of the group, I decided to hand the reins off to our resident hockey guy, Joey.
That's Joey.
That's me.
That's Joey.
Yeah, dude, I'm wicked stoked about this. This is one that, like, I don't even know how much. I don't know how much you guys know about this.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Okay, well,
so that's where I'm at.
I know this was a thing until we talked about it over brunch last week.
We did talk about it over brunch.
Yeah.
I didn't get invited.
You weren't invited. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, how was your? Where were you?
I was in the Cape.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were at a nice little diner, a little hole in
yeah.
the wall.
Oh, is that
Andy's.
in Boston? Is that where you guys?
It's a little hole in the
A
wall.
little hole in the wall.
I'd tell you, but
Well,
it's kind of our spot.
Next
Yeah,
time,
it's our spot.
next time.
I did just say it, but
I'll
You didn't say the name.
I'll crash your brunch next time you guys go.
well, good luck, dude. Here, let's get into it here. I don't even know how to really preface this and try to segue this. I'm just going to say what we're talking about.
All right,
Say it.
say what we're
Okay.
talking about.
Today, we are going to be looking at whether or not the Calgary Flames were cheated out of the 2004 Stanley Cup.
No.
The Calgary
so-
Flames. The reason why this conversation, why this came up at brunch, is because we were talking about teams that we care the least about in sports.
Okay.
And I said the Calgary Flames.
I don't hear much about them.
They are
Yeah.
barely a team to me in my mind.
Okay.
Yeah, they hardly exist.
I don't
Yeah.
think I can name you a player who currently plays for the Flames or has ever played for the Flames.
Fair enough.
Jerome McGinley?
That's a name.
Bells?
That's certainly
that's
a
a real
name.
person.
Yeah.
That's
Hall of
certainly
Famer.
that certainly is a name.
He's the only Hall of Famer from the Flames. He's also like regarded as probably the best player to never win a cup. He's like the AI / Karl Malone or / whoever, whatever. But the path's a little bit, or the answer is a little bit clearer in the NHL. It's like pretty much Jerome McGinley. Some people like me who are biased say Paul Kariya, but that's really the majority of the list.
Sure.
But both of those guys got insanely close to a Stanley Cup. Jerome McGinley, a little bit more. So let's look at just how close he was to winning a Stanley Cup.
Right.
This is what we know.
Good job. Great job.
Fucking made
I
me-
love the pause.
That made
It
me
feels so
hard.
good. But yeah, you have no
Oh
idea.
my god. I'm
Okay.
so erect right now.
All right. So the 2004 Stanley Cup Finals is between the Calgary Flames and the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Those guys.
Cheaters. Mickey
Cheaters.
Mouse.
So this is when
Mouse.
this is right after the Yakuza sold them to Art Ross.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
from that conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pin
So-
that episode right here.
Yeah, you can click here. So like I said in that episode, it would have been sick if they were really good when they were owned by the Yakuza, but they just weren't.
Yeah.
So this is like the dream team, Tampa Bay Lightning, Martin St. Louis, Vincent Lecavalier.
I know that guy is St. Louis.
And Nikolai Khabibulin in net. Good team.
Yep.
Couple of All-Stars, couple of Hall of Famers, I mean. The Calgary Flames led almost exclusively by Jerome McGinley. Like I said, he's the only Hall of Famer to ever play for the Flames and just head and shoulders above everybody else, but an incredible player. Led them to the Stanley Cup Finals. So we're going to skip 90% of this series and jump right into Game 6. Ooh. Game 6 is in Calgary. Calgary's up 3-2 in the series.
Yep.
So they win the game, they win the Cup at home, and they would be the first Canadian team to win the Cup since the Montreal Canadiens in '93. So it's been 11 years.
No, just 11 years. Not that much.
I guess it's not like insane, but I mean they still haven't won
Yeah,
since
it's
'93
17
now.
years later,
Yeah.
and they still haven't won anything.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh wow, even the Canadians haven't won.
No,
Won
no,
one,
no Canadian teams at all. So
Tough.
yeah, tough look. But this is like insanely close there. So there's 7 minutes left to play in Game 6.
Who leads the series?
A 3-2 Calgary. So they have the chance to
wow.
lock it up tonight, win it at home.
Yep.
The game is tied 2-2 with 7 minutes left. And I'm going to show you guys the clip here in real time. But Martin Jelena of the Flames, kind of coming down on the 2-on-1, gets a pass that kind of gets bobbled, goes off of his skate, and it's like a pretty close play. Like Habibulin makes the save, but there's kind of like some miscommunication on the ice. Like some players are looking back at the goal, some players are talking to the referees. Like you can tell something's up, and the announcers don't really know what's going on until ABC shows the replay. So here, I'll show you guys the clip in real time.
All right, let's watch it. I love how this is filmed on a TV.
So that was the play right there. Doesn't look like anything really happens, right? It just kind of...
Sure.
The puck gets cleared out fast.
But then ABC cuts to a replay after the play is over, and we see exactly why.
Oh, that's a goal.
His foot's in the goal.
Yep. Well, no, the puck is...
the puck is in the goal too, but his foot blocking is
straight up. That's a straight up goal.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know much about hockey, but I can tell you what, that is a goal.
That is a goal. Pretty undeniable.
As a lay opinion, that's a goal.
That's a goal.
That's a goal. Dante, what do you think?
That's a goal.
That's a goal.
Yep.
So we have 3 people here that say that's a goal. What did the refs say?
They don't look at it.
Was there a review at the time?
There was review at the time. There's only official reviews.
Okay.
It's not challenges, but there's official reviews.
So
nothing comes.
They review it because there's no stoppage, or like they just can't.
They can. At this time, Toronto, which is like where like the league office is, like they would be looking at this in real time, and they could have like got in contact with the referees and been like, "Hey, that was a goal like 2 minutes ago."
Yeah.
Can the coach not like stop play and like say like, "Hey, like what's the deal? Can you guys look back at this? Like ask them for review?" Because like that's now. When you do coaches review in most sports today, or when you do manager umps review, like in baseball, if it's a home run, you say like, "Hey," because home runs are ump review. Yeah. You say, "Hey, can you look at that?" And they'll look at it usually. Like if you just ask them to.
Yeah, it's a gray area thing. You know, I don't really know. There's no official challenges. Yeah. I'm sure if you talk to a ref, maybe you could have, but also, like, why? If Daryl Suter, the Flames coach, didn't see the replay in real time, it sure didn't look like a goal. Like I guess his players could have been telling him like, "Hey, that was in."
Yep.
But
did any player like, "Hey, that was a goal"? Like
Jelena was signaling back towards the net right away, as he had the best view. He is right here. He's looking at the no, maybe not.
Yeah.
But
I'll trust you.
So that game, like I said, there was like 7 minutes left in that game.
Yeah.
It ends up going to double overtime.
Fuck that.
Yeah. So they end up playing another period plus where Tampa Bay, Martin St. Louis forces a game 7.
Goes back to Tampa.
And
the rest is history. Or anything happened in the game 7?
Something does happen in game 7.
No.
So we talk about this a lot. Just kind of as sports fans, that like situational calls. You know, I guess it's not really as prevalent in basketball, but there's moments where you let the boys play.
Yeah,
sure.
You know, especially in tight situations.
A game 7 per se.
A game 7 with a minute left in a 1-goal game.
Wow.
Yeah. Tampa Bay's up by 1 at home. 1 minute left.
All right, the puck is passed around.
Martin St. Louis comes around, boom, gets crushed.
And they call that?
They call that a charging penalty.
It's a big hit.
It's a hit. It sure is a hockey hit in 2004.
That pussy's playing it off.
Look at this replay here. Shoulder to shoulder. As you can see, the puck is on his stick. Shoulder to shoulder, spins him, doesn't put his head head first into the boards.
I mean,
it's a clean hit.
All right, so it's a brutal hit. Like, I'm not going to argue with you that was a brutal hit, but in my lack of hockey knowledge, to me that looks like a hit that should be legal. I mean, there's no head to head. It's not shoulder to head, shoulder to shoulder, like you said. It's the situation.
It's 1 minute left in Game 7, 1 goal, Game 7, and you just gave the team who is up a power play.
You pretty much won the game for the Lightning.
You just handed them the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
So
that's a tough call to make.
That's a call that I don't
maybe like if there's like the beginning of the third or something, like sure, but like that late in the game, you shouldn't be blowing your whistle.
No,
not for stuff like that.
So why would these things have happened?
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the conspiracy. This is the conspiracy.
I got chills.
Come on now. So, was there any reason for the referees to want to discount a series-winning Flames goal? Well, there's always the extension theory, longer games, closer games, longer series,
short.
whatever.
Yeah, blah blah blah. We all know that. But this is going to be a really vague, really short conspiracy segment.
Okay.
I want you to know that ahead of time.
Okay.
Yes.
But Daryl Suter, the Flames coach, is known for being pretty loose-lipped.
Mm-hmm.
He's been fined by the league a couple times. He just kind of says what he says. He's kind of like the Popovich, I guess, of the NHL, but not anywhere near as prestigious.
I was going to say, is he respected?
Not as much.
Okay.
He's more goofy.
There's a difference between saying what you want and not being respected and saying what you want and being respected. You know what I mean?
I think he's respected, definitely nowhere near Pop's level.
Okay.
Like he's very much like he doesn't. He's kind of like Belichickian meets Popovich. Like we'll answer your questions with like they scored more goals than us and we didn't score as many goals, and then like would rather have a conversation with like the press people about like what they had for lunch, and like is like there to like waste your time.
Okay.
Funny dude, but also like very very open about what he doesn't like about the league.
Yep.
After Game 4. Calgary's winger Vile Nieminen was suspended for a bad hit, and Daryl Suter said in the postgame after that game, fine, I guess we know what we're up against. We're the underdog. I'm not saying this to make a point. It's dead on true. We're the little team that's not supposed to be here, and I think we all know that. There are people here who don't want us here and want to make sure we're not successful. I think we all know that.
Why would Tampa be the big brother team in this situation?
Yeah. So, is Tampa's fan base big? No.
Is it existent?
Dude, so, it's wicked funny.
Yeah.
So this is 2004. In 2003, I went to a Tampa Bay Lightning game, and I sat right behind the opposing bench in like the first row. And my parents later told me they paid $18 a ticket.
No.
Wow. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and it was empty. It was a Friday night. The place was empty.
Wow.
Tampa Bay really doesn't care about their hockey.
So it's a new market.
Oh yeah, I mean that point they joined 97. Was their expansion?
I think it was 97 or 99.
Yeah, one of those.
So like they hadn't been around all too long. They hadn't really established a solid fan base yet. The NHL was kind of helping out the Tampa Bay's new ownership because of the disaster that had happened. Go check out a prior episode of Sports Nuts.
I mean, we could also talk about this in another context as well. Another episode of Sports Nuts, the Golden Knights.
Yeah.
How the NHL helps expansion franchises build their fan base through winning.
Sure.
Yeah, and this one really needed
really
help.
cement them in as a team. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Calgary, does Canada need that as much? No. And you have a coach who talks a lot of shit, and you have, these all-stars on this new team that doesn't really have a fan base.
Yeah. So I got a question.
Yeah.
Going a little bit more into the conspiracy of the whole thing. Do you know when they started implementing replay in hockey?
I don't.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, I mean, there's been like multiple kind of initiations of like different degrees of replay. You know what I mean? Like coaches' challenges are brand new, but before that there was still like official reviews. But I don't know when those came in.
In 2001, instant replay was implemented in the NHL, and they used like the war room type thing, like you're talking about. So this is still very new.
Yeah.
But 3 years is still enough time where the referee shouldn't kind of have this idea of whether or not to replay something.
Especially if players and coaches are telling you they saw something.
You know, you're 3 years in the system. My question is, why wouldn't they just go ahead and look at it? What would be the reasoning that did they give any reasoning after the game?
Especially it's late in the game, something tie game. I mean, that's obviously a difference maker in the game.
And it's not like it would have taken that long either. You can watch it pretty immediately and get the idea that it was a goal. You can pretty clearly see it.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I just don't know why you wouldn't when you have the video review because I mean
look to look.
A couple years prior, this might have even been before official video review was implemented. I'm thinking of the Stars conspiracy with like Brett Hull's foot being in the crease. It was like a double overtime Game 7 to win the Stanley Cup, where like Brett Hull's foot was in the crease, which was against the rules at the time, and there was like clear video evidence of it. And I remember like before they brought out the cup, they like waited around for a long time, talking about like, well, they're not sure if the goal is going to stand or not. And I'm pretty sure that was before 2001. So I don't know.
So I did have a quote from Galinas.
Jelena.
Jelena, that's it.
Yeah.
I know you said the name of it.
I was like,
yeah.
I didn't know who you were talking about.
Yeah, Jelena.
Yeah, Marty Jelena.
So he was the assistant coach for the Calgary Flames. And a similar incident happened in 2015 to them in just a regular game. In Game 3 of the second round series against the Anaheim Ducks. And so he was asked about the 2004 situation. And he said, quote, in 2004, we didn't have the ABC feed. We didn't have it in 2004, so they were not quick enough. They dropped the puck, and it was done. So pretty much it sounds like, similar in basketball or similar in baseball. Once the next play starts, you can't review the play prior.
Yeah.
Right.
That's different with like 2 3-pointers. But in baseball, once the pitcher toes the mound again, you can't go back.
But hockey's tough because it's just a constant cycle. You just keep going and going and going. Like there should be a point where you can be like, you can just stop and be like, okay, we actually have to look at this. Like, because I understand what you're saying. Like once the next play goes, blah blah blah. But like with hockey, you're just continuously going.
Yeah, it's like I guess it's like once there's a whistle, like a stoppage in play, and then play resumes again. I think that's like the limit, or at least at the time. Now I know that like Toronto can call in and be like, "Hey, I know you've been playing for 10 more minutes. That was a goal, so change the score. Continue."
Did you imagine, especially in a series clinch Stanley Cup clinching game, like minutes after the fact, like it's 3-2 now.
Yeah.
Because you're not playing, like you think about it, like you're playing with the opposing team, I'll say. You're playing with the mindset that's tied, and it's all of a sudden it's like now they're up, but there's not as much time left. It's like, oh shit, like we just, you weren't in attack mode or wherever.
Yeah, now there's like 2 minutes left, and like suddenly you're 2 minutes away from losing the cup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
big
pretty
difference.
crazy. So here is the rebuttal. We kind of touched on this a little bit. The Flames didn't formally request a review of the play at the time, but like Johnny just said, they didn't see the replay. So unless Jelena like really saw it,
it was really
and
just
made
the
a
players
case
that saw it, and they were the ones that were trying to make a big deal out of it.
Yeah. The other kind of pieces of the rebuttal here are that, so this one, our intern does the notes on here. So some people would say that even if the goal was reviewed, that it went on off his skate, so it wouldn't have counted. The rule at the time was a distinct kicking motion. I showed you guys it wasn't a distinct.
It wasn't.
kicking
No, it was
motion.
just it just hit the cleat.
That's still the rule?
Yeah.
So you can't purposely go to kick it, but if it's like an accidental, like puck just hits your skate and it just rolls in, I mean, what can you do about that?
You can even angle your skate. Like if there's a pass coming in, you can angle your skate as long as you don't physically kick.
Just put motion into it.
Yeah.
So to answer the question, can I kick it?
Yes, you can. No, you can't if it's distinct. Not if you want it to be a goal.
Can I kick it?
No, you can't. Not if you want it. Not if it's a distinct.
I have a question. I think I know the answer to it, but I'm just going to ask anyways. What about hitting the puck? Because I know sometimes you go to stop it and you bring it down. What if you did that and just happened to roll in?
You can't do that.
Can't do that. Okay,
Can't
that's
do
what
that.
I figured.
It also you can't hit the puck above your shoulders.
Now, what if I put the puck in my jersey and then just slide into the goal?
Oh, see, they can't stop that.
If you're in like an Air Bud style movie, that would work perfect. If you were like a chimp in MVP and you did that, goal.
That's a penalty if you bring the stick.
I mean, there is nothing.
Sticking, is that what they
yeah, if you hit somebody with it.
If you hit someone
is there anything in the rule book that says a dog can't play hockey?
I mean, I think we just cracked the code.
We teach a dog to play hockey.
And that's great content.
Making millions of dollars.
Great content.
Is there anything?
I think guys for a great episode. We have to do
we gotta go. We gotta go.
We gotta find a dog.
Is there anything in the rule book that says I can't dress up as a dog and play in the
I don't
NHL?
think so.
Furry hockey? No.
Bad boy.
Don't watch the video episode.
boy.
Don't watch the video episode.
Bad boy. Bad.
All I won't play
I want to play hockey.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I mean, I will say. All right. So if a furry were to, I guess they already have mascots in sports.
You just let the mascots play.
Let the mascots
Let
play.
the kids play.
Do you think people who become mascots have like a furry fetish?
I met one mascot once, one professional mascot, and it was very much like have you ever seen Big Nick after 5 p.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was that kind of energy.
Just very low.
Insanely calm.
You mellowed
Just
out. Yeah.
Like wanted to whisper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess, demanding, dude, to be entertaining children in a mascot costume.
But like, do you think people get off on it sometimes? Like, if
I know
that's your
I
thing?
would.
Yeah.
Had to be hard.
One last
entire
furry
time.
question. One last furry question. then we
Yeah,
can
I'm
move
all
on.
ears. I'm all big floppy
ears.
I'm all big fluffy ears right now.
If a furry were to play hockey, would you put the pads in the costume or on the costume?
Oh, it's got to be on. It's got to
On
be
the
on the
costume.
costume. Just because, like, it's all about
makes
the aesthetic.
sense.
It's about being the animal.
But
you know?
So furries.
Furries. Yeah, I
Furries, flames, everything's coming together now.
I think, dude. Just to circle back to the conversation we were having at that diner in Cambridge.
Again with this diner guy.
Oh, you should have fucking been there.
I'm
It was
pissed.
awesome. They didn't bring us water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's tough.
Yeah,
Meanies.
dude. The team I think I care the least about has got to be the Memphis Grizzlies / Vancouver Grizzlies, or up until like 2 years ago, the Denver Nuggets.
Okay.
Just teams I just didn't consider.
Yeah, just don't think
for me,
about
it'd be like
it.
the
Afterthought.
Columbus Blue Jackets are also up there.
Oh, what a horrible organization! What a horrible organization.
I think for baseball fans, if like someone's not a baseball fan, and they'd probably do like the Colorado Rockies.
I think the Reds.
I feel like the
If
Arizona
you're not like a
Diamondbacks
baseball,
is like a weird team. Not weird, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Just
they're obscure. Yeah,
Yeah.
they feel out there. The Reds, I forget about because
Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's. I mean, first of all, you called the Reds.
Charles, the Reds.
They're
It's
the
already
only-
the Red Sox and like
The Reds were there before the Red Sox.
Really?
Really?
Are they?
Yeah,
I
the
didn't
Reds
know
are the
that.
oldest
Yeah.
baseball organization.
Really?
Started 1861.
Wow. I didn't
Wow.
know that. No.
That's too
Didn't
long
know.
ago.
Didn't think I'd learned that in a hockey podcast right
Yeah.
now.
yeah.
Hmm.
What
Well,
football team?
football,
What
yeah.
football team you care the least about?
Honestly, Cleveland Browns.
No,
I think the
but now they're-
Cardinals.
Now it's different, but like I'm thinking
Bengals.
like the Bengals
Probably
is
the
lame.
Bengals, the
Well,
Lions,
Burrow.
Lions suck.
the Lions.
I think we
gives
talk
a
about the
shit?
Lions a lot though because
Maybe-
they suck so much. Like there's this
Honestly-
middle ground of obscurity.
Honestly, they're not obscure. It's just I could care less about the Minnesota Vikings. I just don't.
Really?
I just don't care. I just don't care
Really?
about that. No, every year they're a team that like
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh, they're gonna be good this year, and they're nothing. I'm
Yeah,
like,
but
it's
there's
the
no
same
talk
cycle
about.
every year. Yeah, no,
But
they
but
talk.
things are
I
like
guess.
the Chargers.
The Chargers, but like
They're little brother in their own city.
yeah.
Like-
I still think it's the Cardinals from Arizona.
Cardinals.
It's just like whatever, dude.
I guess we got
What
the
do you
East
guys
Coast
do?
bias.
Yeah, I guess there's got to be some shitty East Coast teams I don't care about. Yeah, dude, I think I've said this before. If I was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons, I would say no, thank you. I think that's like my
Really?
number one team that I like could not care about. Like if I was like the star running back who like saved the organization, I would have zero pride in it. I wouldn't
Yeah.
care at all about being the best Falcon of all time. And that was a hockey episode.
That was hockey.
So thanks for listening, guys. You guys are very distracted by snacks right now,
We give-
so
no,
we're
we got-
gonna
we got
get
our-
some
we didn't give our-
food.
we didn't give our verdict.
Oh, we didn't give our
I was gonna
verdict.
say we didn't give our verdict. I can tell you right now, it was they. Yeah,
was a mistake.
No, I think that they did it on purpose.
You think they did it on purpose?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Ooh.
I think so. I think they easily could have went back and looked at that, and they decided, no, you know what? It's going to go in their favor. We don't want it to go in their favor. We're going to let it go. They scored double overtime. Next game, that hit. I think it was a clean hit. I think that was just kind of the cherry on top. They're like, all right, we're really going to make sure they don't score here in the last minute, and we're not going to let it happen. And the whole expansion thing too, they want to get them going. You want to make them seem like they're a team that's here to stay, that they can win. They're not just a put together team, blah blah blah, kind of like the Knights. No, I believe that they did this on purpose. all for
I think
it.
it was a mistake. I think it was just an accident. I think no one requested it. He says we didn't request a challenge. They just kept playing on. Very fast. The puck got cleared out there quickly. There was no real apparent. Without the replay, it wouldn't have been a goal. Like no one would have thought it was a goal.
Yeah.
So I don't think they were trying to set it up so that there would be no goal and that the Flames would lose. I think it was just a mistake. And then the hit. I mean, you watch the hit live, naked eye. It's a big hit. So I'm
It is a
not-
big hit.
It's a big hit. So I'm not sold on either. I think it was just.
I think honestly the hit is a bigger piece of evidence than who is this guy? Hey, who's that? Oh, he's from the Snackmobile.
We got a Snackmobile here. Check out mugshots.
So I think the hit, I believe, more because I think referees are more corruptible than like the league itself. Did you guys hear about the NHL referee who was fired last year?
No. Yes. Was it because of
he had a hot mic?
Yeah.
And
oh yes, I remember this.
This is what he said. What are we doing? Oh,
this
I'm
is what he
attached to
said.
my headphones. I'm sorry.
This is what he said.
This is what he said.
That happened during Tuesday night's Red Wings Predators game. Referee Tim Peel was caught with his mic on as the broadcast was heading to break.
It wasn't much, but I wanted to get a penalty against that. 5%.
Yeah. He said it wasn't much, but I wanted to get a fucking penalty against Nashville. Mm-hmm. So it happens.
You can't say
the shit definitely happens. So for whatever reason, if there was a small grudge or something, I think that call is egregious to call in the last minute of a 1-goal Game 7 Cup final.
But I think the difference also with that is that that's a regular season game.
Yeah.
This is a playoff game. Not just any playoff game. It's Game 7 of the Stanley Cup.
Which is why you should keep your whistle in your pocket. Like, there should be no reason to pull it out unless somebody gets fucking hacked.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know why they would want to do this or whatever, but I mean, I guess there's personal grudges and shit too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a player says something to a ref. You're a ref who like thinks you get some, a big head.
You got some degenerate gamblers too. Some refs that behind the scenes are putting money down on the games. You never know.
Evander Kane was probably betting on this game. He was 12
Probably.
years old.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Aw. Well,
Aww.
that's
Joey,
the show. Good, Joey, good
episode.
job. Good hosting.
So your
Oh,
verdict is
I think refs are corruptible. I don't think the league intentionally flubbed the goal.
Yeah.
all right. So I'm alone on this one.
Yeah, you're alone.
I'm fine with that. I like
But
it.
good job, Joey.
Hey, thanks, man.
Great job.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing.
Yep.
Click that bell to get the videos as soon as they come out. If this video is on
Wrong.
YouTube,
Okay, we're playing this on YouTube?
I don't know. We keep talking about it.
keep
I
talking
think we
about it.
should.
Maybe
We
we'll
probably
do
should.
YouTube.
Yeah, check it out on YouTube, dude.
yeah, dude, we're gonna write you.
And let's surf on over to the review of the week.
don't have
Johnny, I mean, thanks for listening, guys.
We don't have any
Yeah,
new
like,
reviews.
comment, subscribe. Leave a review.
We want more reviews.
Leave a
everybody
right?
review.
One,
Let's sing the review song that we wrote.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Leave us a review because we love you and we want to talk about it on the show because we love you and like and leave a review and we'll see you next week.
And always remember,
the truth is out there.
Later.